Hello. So this is my application called Superhero Auto, which I have built using Marvel's API. So I have built this application using vanilla JavaScript HTML and CSS. Okay. So this is the initial screen that you will be seeing here in this application. So I will be having a set of superheroes here, which I have is using that API that I told. So for each superhero, I will be having an icon called I and this particular heart icon, right? So if I click on this particular icon called I, by click on this, you'll be getting more description about that particular character. Right? And click on this eye. So I have this description for this particular character. I'm getting this description again from that API call only. And if I go to this particular more information page of this particular character, I have to links called home and favorites. If I click on home, I will redirect it to this home page. And if I want to make that particular character as my favorite character, I click on this particular heart icon. So if I click on this heart icon, so he will be added into my favorites list. So I can go to this favorites and I can see all the characters that are there inside my favorites list. Okay, I go back to the home screen. So apart from that, I can enter which superhero character I want to search. Okay, if I click on this, if I will enter this iron here and I click on search button, so all the superheroes whose names start with iron will be displayed. Okay, and again, if I go back to my favorite screen, so I have two icons here again. So one is I icon and one is you know delete icon, okay? Trash bin icon. So if I click on this particular icon, so this particular character will be removed from my favorite list. Okay, click on this, so you can see a pop-up says you have removed superhero from your favorites, right? See, the character is gone from my favorites list, right? So this is about my front end part, okay, of my application. About my back end part. So this is how I have implemented my backend. Okay. So this is my landing page. So I have made use of the index.html, right? So each screen will be having its own HTML and JavaScript. Okay. So landing page will be index.html, right? So inside this index.html, I have built separate sections. Like one is for header, displaying the header part, and one is for section part. Okay. So section part will be displaying all my hero cards. Okay, heroes. Right. So I'm making use of app.js for implementing all the business logic of this from landing page, right? So inside this app.js, as I said, like I'm making use of Marvel's API, right? So I'm making use of this Marvel's API. So to make use of this Marvel's API, I need to create a hash key, right? So I made use of a hash key. So I've generated this hash key using you know something called MD5. So there is something called crypto JS MD5. So it is kind of a library, I mean JavaScript library that you can make use of to create your hash keys, right? So I need to make use of my API key as well. So I will get this API key once I create an account in Marvel.api. Okay. So I can make use of these two keys and I can call that particular URL and I can get the response and I can display the characters. Okay. So first method that it's triggered is get all. So it will be used to display all the characters. Okay. I'm making use of this particular API call and I've set a limit of 100. So I would get initial set of 100 characters. Okay. So once I get all the characters, I will be calling this add heroes, right? So inside this add heroes. So I'll be dynamically creating all this HTML content. So I'll be creating this HTML content with this icon, I icon and heart icon. Heart icon is for favorites. Okay. So I icon is for more information, right? So if I click on this more information, so I will be calling this method called show details in more information page. So I'll be setting an ID of that particular character in local storage, okay, and that will be redirected to this particular module or page called modeinfo.html. So inside this modeinfo.html, go here, right? So I'll be making use of this modeinfo.javascript page, okay, and this is content where I'll be displaying more information section. I'll go to this more information.js. So I had set that particular character ID in local storage, right? So I'm retrieving back and I'm calling this method called get details. Inside this get details again, I'm calling that API, Marvel API, where I'm passing that particular ID. So here I have to pass the particular ID. I will get all the information of the particular character. So after I get the information of the character, calling this show details method. So inside the show details, again I'm creating this HTML content dynamically. After I get the content, I will get the result from the API call. Right? So again, so after this more information page, so I click on this favorites in the main screen, right? So if I go to the main screen, I click on this favorites link here, right? So it is kind of anchor tag, right? So if I click on that, so this favorites.html will be rendered. Okay. So here I'm making use of favorites.js. So inside this favorite.js, again, so like whenever I click on that heart icon, so all that characters will be saved into this local storage. Okay, the character ID of all the characters will be saved in this local storage as favorites. So favorites is an array. So this array will be having all the character IDs on whom I have clicked on the favorite icon. Right? So that will be saved as an array here in this favorites part. Okay, so I'm making use of this array and I'm calling this favorites details. Okay, so inside this favorites details again, so I'm checking whether if I have any favorites or not. If there is no favorites, I'm just saying like no heroes to display, please add. So there are favorites. Means like if the array is not empty and I have certain characters in the array, for each character, for each hero ID, so I'm again calling this particular API, passing that hero ID. After I get that response, again I'm building the HTML dynamically. Okay. So after I build that dynamically, the HTML part, I'm appending it to the content. I mean the parent. Okay. So when I click on add favorite, that yeah, this section you can see here, right? So you can see if that favorite is that character is already in your favorites list, I won't be adding it. If it's not, then only I will be adding that particular character in the favorites list. Okay. Then if I want to remove that character from my favorites list, I can get that particular character's ID and I can splice that ID from my array that is saved in the local storage. Right. So I can just show in alert message called, I have removed that superhero from your favorites and I can reload the page. So this is about the backend. Okay. So that's it about my application.